A baby gorilla vanished from the savannah. No warning, no sound, just gone, and the only witness was too small to speak. The morning started like any other at the Masai Mara Wildlife Sanctuary. The dry grass shimmered gold under the African sun. A family of lowland gorillas moved slowly through the open plain, the silverback leading, the mothers close behind, the babies tumbling at their heels. One baby in particular, the smallest of the group, kept wandering. Rangers had noticed it before. This one was curious, too curious, always drifting a few steps too far, always stopping to touch something new. The other gorillas would grunt and pull him back, but not this time, because this time something was already watching him. It happened in seconds. A massive grizzly bear, massive, wild, and completely out of place on an African plain, burst from the tall grass with a force that shook the ground. The gorilla family scattered, screaming, dust flying everywhere. And when the silverback turned back around, the baby was gone. Rangers watching from a distance grabbed their radios. Their hands were shaking. Something took the infant. We need eyes on the bear, now. Drone footage confirmed it within minutes. The grizzly was moving fast, and the baby gorilla was clinging to its back, alive, terrified, but alive. No one could explain it. Bears don't do this. Not here, not anywhere. This wasn't predator behavior. It wasn't aggression. So what was it? The silverback didn't hesitate. He charged. 250 pounds of muscle and fury, crossing the open plain at full speed, his eyes locked on that bear with a rage that had no limit. He was going to get his baby back or die trying. The rangers watched in horror. A silverback versus a grizzly. This could end in blood on both sides. They had protocols for this, tranquilizers, intervention vehicles, emergency response teams. None of it would get there in time. But then something strange happened. The bear stopped. It didn't run. It didn't turn to fight. It just stopped. And gently, impossibly gently, it lowered itself to the ground. The baby gorilla slid off its back, stumbled forward on tiny legs, let out a cry so raw it carried across the entire plain. The silverback skittered to a halt 20 feet away. Both animals stared at each other. Nobody breathed. That's when the rangers saw it, circling back through the grass, silent, fast, deadly, was a leopard. It had been stalking the baby gorilla for over 10 minutes. The rangers had missed it completely. The cameras had missed it, but the bear hadn't. The grizzly bear hadn't kidnapped the baby gorilla. It had grabbed him to save him. The leopard froze when it saw the silverback. Then it saw the grizzly. It sat motionless for one long second, then melted back into the grass and disappeared. The threat was gone. The baby gorilla ran to his father. The silverback caught him, pulled him to his chest, and held him there, rocking slightly, eyes closed, one enormous hand pressed against the infant's back. The rangers watching on the monitors didn't say a word. One of them was crying. The grizzly stood at a distance for a moment. It watched the reunion. Then it turned and walked slowly back toward the tree line, unhurried, unbothered, as if it had simply done what needed to be done. No fanfare, no acknowledgement, just a quiet act of grace from an animal with no reason to care and every instinct not to.
Wildlife experts were baffled. A grizzly bear in that region was already rare. A grizzly bear intervening to protect a primate infant from a predator? In 20 years of field research, not one person on that team had ever seen anything like it. They reviewed the footage over and over, frame by frame. The bear had detected the leopard before any human did. It had moved to intercept, not to attack, not to feed, but to shield. Science had no clean explanation, but the footage didn't lie. The baby gorilla recovered fully. He stayed closer to the group after that, a little less curious, a little more aware. The silverback was seen watching the tree line for days afterwards, not with fear, but with something that looked almost like gratitude. And the bear? It was spotted twice more near the sanctuary's edge over the following weeks, never causing harm, never coming too close, just present, as if it knew something sacred had happened in that field, as if it wanted to make sure it stayed that way. Some things can't be explained by instinct or science or logic. Some things just happen at the edge of the wild, witnessed by no one important, remembered by everyone who sees it. A bear, a baby, a father's love, and a choice no one expected. That day on the Golden Plain, something moved between species that doesn't have a name, but everyone who watched that footage felt it. And what happened in that field, no one who was there will ever forget.